Hey there, folks. Welcome to Schneider Time, and it's the Friday before spring break. You're excited. I'm excited. We're all excited. Okay, we're not to see each other for like 10 days. It's going to be awesome, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to be, just all out, full energy, study, sprint to the end of the semester. I know that's how you all feel. I want to talk today about spring. Spring is probably my least favorite season, more so now than ever because of my basement floods in the spring. But I have never been a big fan of spring. It's cold and it's hot. It's humid. I don't care for it. But spring psychologically is actually a great time. I do love waking up and the sun is almost there. I love the fact that I go home at night and I've got like 3 or 4 more hours of sunshine. It's nice. It's bright. It's rejuvenating because winter the sun's out there, but it feels harsher. Whereas the sun in spring feels more joyful. Am I making that up? I don't know. Maybe I am. But winter just feels dark, and the darkness is just at a certain point. It's so powerful. It kind of feels like it creeps into you more so, perhaps this past year than ever because of the pandemic. And I think our lives have been so isolating. This winter felt even more isolating than usual. And spring's been great. And I want to talk to you guys about spring and what the kind of the themes of spring have been in literature and philosophy throughout the history. This won't be long, don't worry. But we're off on spring break. It coincides with the Christian holiday of Easter. And in case you don't know, and I'm not going to get too deep into this, Easter is when Christians celebrate the death of Jesus and his resurrection. So his returning to life. What a lot of folks don't realize is that in the Christian narrative, Jesus has not just come back to life. He comes back to a new type of life. And I'm not going to get into what all that means because this is not a religion class. But he comes back to a new type of life. And that's kind of a great metaphor for like what spring kind of coincides with that pretty well thematically. Spring is about new life. We are springing back to life after the forced hibernation, the forced isolation, the forced death of life during winter. Spring is about renewal. It's about being restored back to former glory. I think again of the story of the phoenix, the mythical bird. It's powerful. It's beautiful, and as it ages, it becomes gray and sickly, and it loses its beauty and its color. And then one day, finally, it dies in like a burst of flames, and then a new phoenix is born out of the ashes of the old. And that's kind of what we experience in spring, is that nature is reborn. And it's not the same flowers, it's not the same buds on the tree. It's new. They're new, and so it's the same, but it's new. And there's a lot of that there. And I would ask you guys to think over spring break. I know I've just asked a lot of you guys, but I would ask you over spring break to think about who you are and who you want to be. I'm not who I want to be. There's a lot of I've been thinking about this past few weeks. There's a lot of things in my personality that I don't like. I'm more negative than I want to be. I'm easily, especially the past few years, I've become more easily discouraged. And so I don't want to be that kind of person. And so I'm going to take time this spring break, and perhaps throughout the rest of the spring season, I'm going to take time to reflect on who I am, who I want to be, and what I need to do to get there. Now, I've used this kind of theme before in my videos, but this is a little different. I'm not just talking about like goals or like, okay, here's where I am now. Here's where I want to be in 5 years. I'm not talking just about where and what you're doing. I mean, who do you want to be as a person? What's the quality of person you want to be? What character do you want to exhibit that you're not exhibiting? What traits do you exhibit that you want to get rid of? Really think about who you are and who you could be, and perhaps maybe even who you should be, and let's begin to make those changes. Let's use spring.
Miss Baker, please return to the main office. Miss Baker, please return to the main office.
Guys, if you see Miss Baker, please let us know she's currently missing. That's not true. Don't. Okay. Let's use this spring to really think about who we are and who we should be. And let's think about growing as a person. Let's see that new life. We'll be the same person, but new. Like I'm still going to be Schneider, but I'm going to be a new version of Schneider. And you're still going to be you, but you're going to be a new and better version of you. And that should be our goal. I mean, always. We should always be reflecting upon who we are, who we have been, and who we should be. Who are we becoming as a person? If you stop evaluating your personality and your character and just kind of coast, you're going to find out after a few years you're not who you thought you were. You're going to change. You're going to give in to bad habits. You're going to give in to negative frames of mind unless you continually pursue positivity, continue to stretch out towards the spring sun. That's way too poetic. Guys, it's spring break. Please don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and I would not do a lot of things. I would not put pineapple on pizza for one, but there's a lot more things than that. Remember the Rogers rule: if Steve or Fred wouldn't do it, neither should you. That's it for this week. Have a good day and a good break. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.